Hello and welcome to today's Monday Live, where we've got me, Stephanie Camilleri, founder of the ADHD Advocate, and
Eleni Sfarudis here, greeting you from New York. So thank you for joining us today, where we are going to continue speaking today about boundaries around something that can hit ADHDers particularly hard, and that's RSD, rejection sensitive dysphoria. So sort of addressing this topic that often is not overlooked, but we can often underestimate the effect that it has on us ADHDers.
yeah, I think it's quite fitting to save the last week of the RSD month theme to talk about boundaries, because for so many reasons, including RSD, mostly we don't like to set boundaries because we tend to be people pleasers and we feel that setting boundaries could somehow offend people. So we really struggle to do that. And we find that the boundary is often set when it's too late. So we rely on our emotions to set the boundary for us, which unfortunately damage has already been done.
Yes, yes. And along that, Stephanie, that sort of requires with a boundary to have an agenda, and whether that's an agenda for a task or around our students for revising or a plan of action, it can be very hard to even get clarity around what that agenda is. And more importantly for us ADHDers, the why, because we know without a reason to achieve these, to undertake something, we often very much lose interest.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And what you said there, Lenny, about importance of having an agenda is true. Quite often, as you probably do in coaching as well, it's much easier to set a boundary if, for instance, you've got a plan. Say you've planned out your day, you can see exactly what you've got on. Someone comes and asks you to do something, or you've got some to-dos that you need to put in there. Well, if you're looking at your day and it's all taken with meetings,
Yes.
simply you can't say yes to that thing. And it's actually much easier to set boundaries when you are clear on your capacity, what you've got on. But again, something ADHDers really struggle to do as well. So we particularly find that kind of planning difficulties. It starts early, and obviously when our students with ADHD need to revise, they really do need revision timetables and be able to stick to
Yeah.
them.
And that's something that I've seen in coaching. It can be really tempting when our children with ADHD need support revising to support them in a way that's not going to serve them well beyond that exam or beyond that one particular task. And that's what our academic success program addresses. It really gets to the core of what can be getting in the way of successfully identifying all of these things that makes our ADHD brains recognize why we're doing something and why it's important. So we go into that quite a bit in our program, but it's just we want to acknowledge that these boundaries can often be breached when it comes to revising, especially around the urgency that we as a parent see, because we don't want to see our kids to fail. We sort of take a long game approach and want to help our students kind of support the challenges that are in their way to getting them to do this on their own.
Yeah. So what we're actually going to be doing a webinar. So as part of our birthday celebration at the end of each month on a Friday, we do a second cup parent meeting. And this month, because of our birthday, it's free for parents to attend. And we're going to actually be delivering our academic success webinar this Friday at 12, I believe.
Yes, that's right. At 12, yes, 7 here, but yes, 12.
Yeah, so do join us. Obviously for parents that have got children, a lot of them may have been finishing up exams, GCSEs, but then obviously A-levels starting, maybe university starting in September, and we very much want to be able to set our students up for success. So if you'd like to find out more about how to do that, do join us on Friday at 12
Yes.
o'clock for our second cup meeting.
Yeah, and look for the registration link on our social pages.
Yes, and we'll put it in the comments too, I think.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay,
Thank you all for joining us, and hope to see you on Friday.
see you later.
Bye.